Good morning and welcome to Cherryblossom Springs. Now this could very well be the first of a series that is going to be here for years, because this is not just a one-time episode. This neighborhood is still a work in progress and probably will be for the years to come. I plan on playing this neighborhood for the next few years at least, so I can't wait to see how the stories will unfold. I had so much fun in my first neighborhood that I ever started, and I always kind of wanted that simplicity from the first few days back, and I hope that we can create that here and create some new stories with these brand new Sims. So drop me a like if you'd enjoy following along, and leave me a comment to share your thoughts about it. I would love to hear it. Now on this first day we are going to follow Lorraine on her first day on the new job running the community center. So grab yourself a cup of coffee and join me on the first day of the first season in Cherryblossom Springs. Now the last time we left Lorraine, she was just making herself a bite to eat and getting ready for the meet and greet. She's back now, and she didn't really meet anyone interesting, but she does have a need for social. So I think she is going to just call her best friend and talk about who she met and what her experience of it all was. And of course after that she's just gonna go to bed, and we'll have a fresh day in the morning. Now she is just going to get some breakfast and get ready, and then drop by the bakery to get some breakfast to bring to the community center. And if she gets ready on time, I think she can do some yoga before she goes. Once she reaches 10 points in fitness, she can blog about it, and that way make a little bit more extra money. Do some more yoga. The bakery won't open until 8, so she still has like half an hour, because the bakery is right around the corner. There it is. So she should be able to walk there in like 5 minutes. None of my Sims have cars yet, because after these first 24 Sims I have plans to move in another 8 animals, so we have 32, and I think that's a perfect number to start with, because that probably means that we'll have 16 households, and that's, I think, most that I can handle right now. So yeah, one of those 8 is someone who's going to run the gas station with a small diner probably inside, and she can repair cars, and that way sell the cheapest cars that there are for now, the self-made ones. So let's go grab some croissants. I do plan on buying her new clothes, because she's still wearing her nurse outfit, her scrubs, from when she was a nurse back in Simsville. And of course she quit that job to start one here. So probably not the first day, but she's gonna have to earn some money first, and then we're gonna buy her some new clothes for fall. Luckily nobody really is in a hurry. Time to open the community center and get dressed. There she is. let's open the business. Start her day off doing yoga. Again. So this is her office, and I'm really proud of how this turned out. I think it looks really cool. She has a view on the other side of the road where the library is going to be, so you can't really see it right now, but it's going to have a really cool view. Oh, I should have locked the door. Let's greet her. Greet the mayor, and let's greet Jason. Jason really likes Lorraine. Let's shoot him out of her office, and then lock the other door too. There we go. Who's this? This is Rick, the gardener. Working on his body skin. Of course, Adriana, the mayor, is being mean to someone again. Did she have bolts? Oh, she has 2 bolts with him. She doesn't have one to talk to him though. So, we're just gonna let her work on her fitness. Hopefully she can start earning money with that soon. So she brought the croissants to serve them here, but I didn't really make room for that, so she's going to have to buy and let's just expand the counter. Oh, it's too expensive. Okay. Never mind. She looks really peaceful, doesn't she? I think it's time to get some food. Oh, there's Lizzie. Lizzie is the teenage daughter of Valentina Nightingale. I gave 2 of the Sims, one a teenage daughter and the other a teenage son. And Jason Hobson is the one that is a father to a teenage son, Ricky. So I don't know if Ricky and Lizzie will be a match, but it would be cool if they were. Let's go greet her.
Maniki.
Just chat with her a little bit. She's had a hard time because her father just died. He is a fireman, and he was killed in an accident. So the least she can do is make her feel a little bit more at home at this community center and chat a little bit with her. So it seems Jason is done with his musical performance. Maybe this would be a good time to get to know him a little bit better. Jason is recently divorced, and after a big fight with his wife, she moved to the city. Even though he is happy that he's rid of her, his son, Ricky, seems to have a really hard time with it. So it looks like Jason is talking to Lorraine about work. He's not really a workaholic, he's a pleasure sim, if I'm correct. Or maybe a popularity sim. It's really nice to see them interacting like this. She doesn't have a want to talk to him, but she does have 2 bolts with him. Maybe if they just spent a little bit of time, she would she would see how good of a match he is for her. She doesn't have any other love interest right now. Let's see what she wants to do. Oh? He's going to complain about the plates. Let's just clean it up. Let's just talk to the mayor. Maybe Lorraine can cheer her up a little bit, so she won't be grumpy to everyone anymore. Yeah, talk about fashion and dresses. Yeah, maybe she's giving her advice, her clothing advice, because of the horrible scrubs that she's been wearing. It's already 7 o'clock, so I think it is time to close and go home, because this is only supposed to be open during the day, like a social gathering thing. But I think she has time to drop by Daniel's Den, the bar. So I will check what is wrong with the bar and why she can't visit there, because she's going to have to buy food there the next night. But this is probably what her days are going to look like. Now she did just roll the wands to be friends with Stanley, and they do not have any chemistry, but I thought they would be so cute together. So who else? She wants to be friends with Therese and Ramon. I guess she can call Therese. Let's ask if Therese wants to come over to get some dinner. Right, she works nights. Okay, let's call Stanley then. Oh, okay, well, I guess it's dinner by herself then. Hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. So yeah, this is probably what Lorraine's days are going to look like. She's gonna get up really early, get some breakfast, do some yoga, until it's time to go to the bakery. Say a quick hello to her best friend Natasha and catch up. Buy a few croissants to share with the people in the community center. And then walk to work, where she spends most of her days blogging. And of course practicing her yoga when she isn't needed in the main room. This has really helped her to keep her sane and calm. The rest of the day she gets to know her neighbors and hangs out with them, listening to their stories and their troubles, showing that she cares. And really getting to know what's going on in their lives. Giving advice. And sometimes even listening to complaints, trying to calm them down. And really make them feel at home in this town. This is where she can really make a difference. There's really no one else like her in this town. But at the end of the day, she's the one that needs to clean up. Everybody goes home at the end of the day, when the night falls. And she faces another night by herself, having dinner alone, or in the company of her best friend, Natasha. Surely she didn't come to this town to find even more boredom than she had back home. There has to be something in store for her in the future. But for now, she is just gonna go to bed and dream about it. Someday, she will have the life that she's always dreamt about. Now, Lorraine was born into a reasonably happy home. Her parents really loved her, and they were also really in love with each other. They always had been. Her father was definitely one of the most romantic guys ever. But between her mother's constant partying and also working the night shifts as a cop, and her father being caught up in his art, she spent a lot of time alone in her childhood. Sometimes feeling invisible between her mother's partying friends, and her parents just never noticed that she grew up so fast. And it's not like her mother never tried to bond with her. She did. But they've just never been interested in the same things. And even at a really young age, Lorraine just never was as interested in music as her mother was. So she never really formed a really warm bond with her mother. But she did with her aunt. She's always been really close to her. And she also used to babysit her when her mother worked the night shifts. Luckily, the girl living next door to her was always there for her. And they soon became best friends. They spent many afternoons together after school. playing and talking. And it was through Natasha that Lorraine first discovered yoga. Because Natasha has always been really into that. And this is also how she met the rest of her friends. They formed a really close group when they were younger, and they even all went to college together. This is also where she met Jonathan and Daniel. It's also where she had her heart broken, although Daniel wasn't the guilty one for once, but more about that story later. Although it is part of the reason why she hasn't noticed that Jason has come into the community center for 3 days in a row now. And she just has been too busy with her yoga. Of course she wanted to earn some money with that, and now that she has 10 points in her yoga interest, she can finally do that. Because she knows enough about the subject and has enough experience in it, so that when she blogs about it, she can actually earn money. So that is what she's going to do. The sad thing is that the thing that has given her so much joy over the years is also the reason why she hasn't been able to really make contact or let people come close in her life. Because she's been through some tough things, and yoga has given her a chance to escape from that, and a chance to not have to feel all those feelings. And when she realizes that she really does want to let people into her life, she decides that she is going to talk to Jason a little bit more. But unfortunately, she is a little too late, because he has been working out for so long that he is just too tired, and he just wants to go home. So at the end of the day, she's back home, all alone again, blogging and thinking about what happened to her. And what it comes down to is the simple story of boy meets girl, girl falls in love with boy, and then girl's best friend is being proposed to by boy in front of all of her friends at a big party. So that really broke her heart, but not only that, it really gave her a dent in her ability to trust people. So she hasn't been able to let people come close ever since that. And today she decides that it's going to be enough. She is going to order some new clothes online. And she decides that this is going to be her last evening eating by herself, all alone. She's really going to make a change in the morning. She's going to buy a phone. She is going to dress nicely, go back to the community center, and go back to her work. But this time, when Jason comes in, she decides that she is going to talk to him and see what happens. So the next morning she does exactly as planned. She goes out, stops by the new store that Stanley invested in, and she buys a phone, so she can not only call people from when she's home, but also when she's at work. And then of course she goes to the clothing store, and she picks out a nice outfit to wear this fall. She feels a lot better wearing something nice, and she's all ready to go to the next day at the community center. And she's really never felt more alone in her life than at this moment. And Just as Lorraine starts to make her morning rounds and greeting everyone and serving the croissants for everyone to share, Jason walks in. So she puts down the croissant and starts talking to Jason. So he starts a conversation and they seem to get along. She's telling him about this pain in her arm that she had, and she went to the doctor where she met the new doctor. And they talk a little bit about their friends. And then they move on to their favorite music and movies. And in the meantime, more and more of the community members come in and socialize. Jonathan has found someone he's interested in again. But Rick is probably going to work out again first. Or he's gonna play the guitar. The bass, actually. So, yeah, they move on to talking about traveling and the places that he has seen in his work as a journalist. And then he starts talking about his work. But she's not interested in that. That really bores her. She is more the social and family type. But he is determined to have a conversation with her, so they do get along. And then suddenly Jason can't help himself and he leans in for a kiss. They're both really surprised by it and she seems to like it. But it's an awkward moment and she just walks away and he goes back to exercising, which was his excuse to come in here anyway. So he spends the rest of the afternoon on the belt, on the walk, the cardio exercise thing. And she engages in a lot of conversations with the other visitors, but she still has her mind on that kiss. She does her best to talk to the rest of the people there. And that kiss really caught her off guard. She didn't expect it, and she wasn't even going for that. She just wanted to make new friends in this town, and of course she is interested in Jason, but she is still not sure that she wants to let anyone come this close. So she's trying to figure out what she wants to do with it, and right now she just really enjoys focusing on the other Sims that enjoy this community center and enjoy talking to her. And of course her long-time acquaintance Jonathan is here. They still know each other from college, and she likes to reminisce about the old times with him and the people that they both know. They had good times there together before the dramatic event occurred where she had her heart broken in front of everyone. Something I noticed while editing is that Rick Valentine, the guy playing the bass in the last scene in this scene, he is almost in every shot that we made with in every scene that we shot with Lorraine. So he might actually be a love interest for her too, who knows. She hasn't made up her mind yet, and well, neither have I, but it's up to her. I'm really trying to play completely random and according to wants. So the fall festival is only a few days away, and she is talking to the mayor to see how she can contribute. She might do a bit of the catering at the event, or maybe join in some activities or organize some activities. Who knows? We will be playing Lorraine in the next round after we've played all the other households. And if you're curious how Lorraine's story is going to continue, subscribe to the channel and click the bell. We will see her again in the next round, which will be the winter season. I really can't wait to continue with this story, and I think it's been fun so far, but we've only just started. And there are so many other scenes to play in the fall, and so much preparations to make for the fall festival, which I'm really looking forward to. So yeah. In the future, these Sims will all have better decorated houses and much more luxurious lives, but for the first start I really wanted to give them a challenge, a financial challenge really, so that they really have to earn their money, which is for me a much more fun way to play, because in the old neighborhood every sim was just really successful and they were really rich, and at some point there was just no challenge in that anymore. So that's why in this neighborhood I'm going to play completely according to wants, and much more random, and just follow the Sims' wishes. But also they are going to pay taxes. They won't have that easy an income as just climbing the ladder ridiculously fast. So slower skill gain and stuff like that. And I've really worked out the way I want to play the community lots too. So that's going to be really interesting to see. But for now, let's just say goodbye to Lorraine and let her get ready for the fall festival. And I want to really thank you for watching. If you've watched this far, I saw that I had my first subscriber, and that was really fun to see. So if you're out there, thank you, and it's so nice that it's so good to see that you're joining me, and that makes me really happy. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.